Every night, millions of older Americans are jolted awake by a pain so sudden and intense, it feels like their leg is being crushed from the inside. One moment you're asleep, the next you're sitting up in bed, grabbing your calf, trying not to scream so you don't wake your spouse. Your muscle feels rock hard, twisted, completely out of your control. You wait, 30 seconds, a minute, sometimes longer. When it finally lets go, you're left shaken, wide awake, and afraid it will happen again. For many seniors in the US, this isn't a rare event. It's a nightly routine. According to recent estimates, more than 60 million Americans over the age of 60 experience leg cramps on a regular basis, most often at night. These cramps aren't just painful, they're dangerous. A 2023 analysis linked frequent nighttime leg cramps in seniors to a much higher risk of falls, broken hips, and emergency room visits. And anyone who has tried to stand up quickly after a bad cramp knows exactly why. Your leg feels weak, unsteady, almost unreliable. One wrong step in the dark, and the consequences can be life-changing. What makes this even more frustrating is how often leg cramps are brushed off as just part of getting older. Many people are told to stretch more, drink a little water, or simply live with it. Some are given pills that barely help or come with side effects. But here's the truth: most seniors are never told clearly. Leg cramps are not random, and they are not an inevitable part of aging. In many cases, they are a warning sign, a signal from your body that your muscles are not getting what they need to function properly. As we age, our bodies change in ways that aren't obvious. We absorb nutrients less efficiently. Many common medications, like blood pressure meds or diuretics, can quietly drain key minerals from the body. Appetite often decreases, and meals become simpler, sometimes less balanced. On the surface, everything seems normal, but underneath, muscles may be slowly becoming hungry for the very nutrients that help them relax and release after contracting. When that balance is off, especially at night, cramps strike. And here's the part that surprises most people. Some of the foods seniors trust the most, foods they've eaten for years thinking they were healthy, can actually make this imbalance worse when eaten the wrong way or at the wrong time. Meanwhile, simple, affordable foods sitting in American kitchens right now can dramatically reduce the frequency and severity of leg cramps, sometimes in minutes, sometimes within days. These solutions don't require prescriptions, expensive supplements, or special treatments, which may be exactly why they're rarely talked about. If you've ever found yourself dreading bedtime because you're afraid of waking up in pain, you're not alone, and you're not helpless. Understanding what's really behind leg cramps is the first step toward taking back your nights, your sleep, and your confidence. And it all starts with paying attention to what your muscles have been missing. To understand why leg cramps happen so often in older Americans, especially in the middle of the night, we need to look at what's really going on inside the body in plain, everyday terms. A leg cramp isn't just a muscle getting tired. It's a misfire. Your muscle tightens, but it doesn't get the signal to relax. When that happens, the muscle locks up, causing the sharp, gripping pain so many seniors know all too well. Muscles work using tiny electrical signals. These signals depend on a balance of a few key nutrients, mainly magnesium, potassium, calcium, and vitamin D. You don't need to remember those names to understand the idea. Think of them as the body's on and off switches for muscles. When the balance is right, your muscles tighten when you want them to and relax when they should. When the balance is off, the signals get confused. That's when cramps strike. As people get older, keeping that balance becomes harder. One major reason is absorption. Even if you're eating what seems like a decent diet, your gut simply doesn't pull nutrients from food as efficiently as it did when you were younger. On top of that, many common medications prescribed in the US, such as water pills for blood pressure, heart medications, or diabetes drugs, can quietly flush important minerals out of the body through urine. This loss happens slowly, so most people don't notice until symptoms show up, often as nighttime leg cramps. Another overlooked factor is dehydration. Many seniors intentionally drink less water in the evening to avoid nighttime trips to the bathroom. While understandable, this can concentrate minerals in the wrong way and disrupt muscle function. Even being slightly dehydrated can make muscles more irritable and more likely to seize up. In warmer states like Florida, Texas, or Arizona, this problem can be even worse due to sweating and higher daily fluid loss. Now let's talk about timing, because timing matters more than most people realize. Nighttime leg cramps commonly hit between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock a.m. There's a reason for this. During sleep, the body naturally shifts into repair mode. Blood pressure drops, breathing slows, and mineral levels in the blood, especially magnesium, tend to dip. At the same time, the nervous system becomes more sensitive. If your muscles are already low on what they need, this combination creates the perfect storm for cramps to happen while you're asleep. Poor circulation also plays a role, especially in seniors who spend a lot of time sitting during the day. Long hours in a recliner or on the couch can reduce blood flow to the legs. When muscles don't get steady blood flow, they don't receive nutrients efficiently, and waste products aren't cleared out as well. This can leave muscles more prone to cramping once you lie down at night, and blood flow shifts again. Many people turn to supplements hoping for a quick fix. But here's something most Americans aren't told. Pills don't always work the way food does. Some supplements pass right through the body without being fully absorbed, especially in older adults. Whole foods, on the other hand, deliver nutrients in combinations that the body recognizes and uses more effectively. Food also works more gently and steadily, which is exactly what aging muscles need. The key takeaway is this: leg cramps are not random acts of bad luck. They're the result of small, daily imbalances that add up over time. What you eat, what you drink, the medications you take, how much you move, and even when you do these things. Once you understand the why behind leg cramps, the solution becomes much clearer. By restoring balance through smart food choices and better timing, many seniors across America are finding they can finally sleep through the night without fear of being woken by pain. When it comes to preventing leg cramps for the long run, there's no magic pill and no single superfood that fixes everything overnight. What truly makes a difference for many older Americans is building a daily foundation with the right foods. Foods that quietly supply the muscles with what they need to work smoothly night after night. These are not exotic ingredients or expensive health products. They're familiar foods you can find at any grocery store across the US. And when eaten the right way and at the right time, they can dramatically reduce how often cramps strike and how painful they feel. Let's start with leafy greens, especially spinach. Many people think of spinach only as a source of iron, but its real value for seniors lies elsewhere. A single cup of cooked spinach provides a generous amount of magnesium, along with potassium and calcium. These nutrients work together to help muscles relax after they contract. For many Americans over 60, magnesium intake slowly drops over the years without them realizing it. When that happens, muscles can become jumpy and more likely to lock up at night. Lightly cooking spinach, rather than eating it raw, helps the body absorb these minerals better. Adding a bit of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon not only improves the taste, but also helps your body make better use of what's inside the spinach. Eating it with dinner a few times a week can support muscles right when nighttime cramps are most likely to occur. Next is Greek yogurt, a staple food in many American households. What makes Greek yogurt especially helpful is not just its calcium, but how easy that calcium is for the body to use. As we age, our bodies don't always handle calcium supplements well, but calcium from foods like yogurt tends to be absorbed more smoothly. Greek yogurt also contains helpful bacteria that support digestion, which in turn improves how well your body pulls minerals from all the foods you eat. A cup of plain Greek yogurt in the evening, about half an hour before bed, can provide steady support through the night. Choosing a version with little or no added sugar is important, since too much sugar can interfere with mineral balance and sleep quality. Sweet potatoes are another powerful but often overlooked option. One medium sweet potato contains more potassium than many people expect, more than a banana, in fact, along with smaller amounts of magnesium and calcium. Potassium helps manage fluid balance in muscle cells, which is crucial for preventing cramps. Sweet potatoes also provide steady energy rather than quick spikes and crashes. This is important because sudden drops in energy can stress muscles and nerves. Baking sweet potatoes with the skin on preserves most of their nutrients. In many American homes, swapping regular white potatoes for sweet potatoes a few times a week can make a noticeable difference in how legs feel at night. Fish, especially salmon, plays a unique role in muscle health for seniors. A typical 4-ounce serving of salmon, the size of a deck of cards, provides protein, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin D in a form the body can actually use. Vitamin D helps muscles respond properly to signals from the brain. Low levels of vitamin D are common among older Americans, especially those who don't spend much time outdoors. Salmon also contains healthy fats that improve blood flow, helping nutrients reach the legs more easily. Eating salmon 2 times a week, baked or grilled at moderate heat, can support both muscle function and circulation. For those on a budget, canned wild salmon is widely available in U.S. supermarkets and offers similar benefits. Avocados round out this foundation as one of the most practical foods for cramp prevention. A single medium avocado contains a large amount of potassium, along with magnesium and healthy fats. These fats are important because they help the body absorb nutrients from other foods eaten at the same meal. That means adding avocado to a salad, sandwich, or breakfast plate doesn't just help on its own. It makes the entire meal more effective. Many seniors find that eating half an avocado earlier in the day provides steady support for muscles well into the evening. The fiber in avocados also slows digestion, helping keep mineral levels more stable instead of rising and falling quickly. What's important to understand is that these foods don't work like painkillers. They don't mask symptoms. Instead, they quietly rebuild balance over time. Most people don't notice dramatic changes after one meal, but within 1 to 2 weeks of consistent eating, many seniors report fewer cramps and less intense pain when cramps do occur. Within a month, some find the cramps nearly disappear. Timing and preparation matter just as much as food choice. Eating mineral-rich foods earlier in the day supports muscles during activity, while including them at dinner helps protect against nighttime cramps. Cooking methods that are gentle, steaming, baking, light sautéing, preserve nutrients better than frying or overcooking. Pairing these foods with healthy fats and avoiding heavy sugar intake in the evening also improves results. For seniors across America, this approach fits real life. It doesn't require strict diets or counting numbers. It's about making small, realistic changes, adding spinach to dinner, choosing Greek yogurt instead of dessert, baking a sweet potato instead of fries, enjoying salmon twice a week, and keeping avocados on hand. Together, these foods form a strong nutritional base that helps muscles stay calm, responsive, and far less likely to cramp when you're trying to rest. Even with the best daily habits and the right foods, leg cramps can still strike without warning. Anyone who has ever been ripped out of sleep by a sudden, seizing pain knows that in those moments, you don't want a long-term plan. You want relief now. This is where two simple kitchen items, often overlooked and even laughed at, can make a dramatic difference in under a minute. For many Americans, especially older adults, pickle juice and yellow mustard have become unexpected but powerful tools for stopping cramps fast. Let's start with pickle juice. For years, athletes have quietly used it on the sidelines, and now more seniors are discovering why. When a leg cramp hits, drinking a small amount, about 2 to 3 tablespoons, can stop the cramp in under 90 seconds for many people. What's surprising is that this relief happens too quickly to be explained by minerals alone. Instead, the strong taste of the vinegar and salt sends a rapid signal from the mouth and throat to the nervous system, telling the cramped muscle to relax. It's almost like hitting a reset button. This is why pickle juice can work even when dehydration isn't the main issue. Pickle juice also contains sodium, which is especially important for older Americans who may be on medications that lower salt levels or who avoid salt too aggressively. 1 ounce of pickle juice provides several hundred milligrams of sodium, along with small amounts of other electrolytes. For nighttime cramps, some people find that sipping about 1 tablespoon before bed reduces how often cramps occur. When a cramp is already happening, a quick swallow or two can bring relief before the glass is even set down. For those who find the taste too strong, diluting it with a little water can help, though full strength tends to work faster. Then there's yellow mustard, the kind that sits in the refrigerator door in millions of American homes. It may not look like a remedy, but its effect can be surprisingly fast. Taking about 1 teaspoon of plain yellow mustard at the first sign of a cramp has helped many seniors stop the pain in under a minute. Like pickle juice, mustard works through a strong sensory signal. The sharp taste sends a powerful message through the nervous system that interrupts the cramp before it can fully lock in. What makes mustard even more interesting is that regular use appears to reduce how often cramps happen over time. Many seniors take a teaspoon before bed as a preventive step. Mustard also contains small amounts of minerals and natural compounds that support muscle comfort and calm irritated tissue. Swallowing it straight works best, though some people mix it with a bit of honey or spread it on a cracker if the taste is too intense. The key with both pickle juice and mustard is readiness. Keeping a small bottle of pickle juice or a few mustard packets on the nightstand can make all the difference. When a cramp hits, there's no time to walk to the kitchen or fumble through cabinets. Quick access means quicker relief. For older Americans, these simple tools offer peace of mind. Knowing there's something within arm's reach that can stop the pain fast can reduce anxiety around sleep itself. While they don't replace the importance of good nutrition and daily habits, pickle juice and mustard serve as reliable emergency options. Simple, affordable, and already part of everyday American life. If there's one thing to take away from everything you've just read, it's this. Stopping leg cramps isn't about chasing a miracle cure. It's about putting a simple, realistic system in place that works with your daily life. For many older Americans, the biggest shift comes from realizing that relief doesn't require expensive treatments or complicated routines. It starts in your kitchen, with habits you can begin today. First, think in terms of layers. You want a strong daily foundation and a reliable backup for emergencies. On a day-to-day basis, focus on meals that quietly support your muscles. Aim to include at least one food rich in muscle-supporting nutrients at each main meal. That might mean adding cooked spinach or sweet potatoes at dinner, enjoying Greek yogurt in the evening, or having salmon a couple of times a week. These aren't drastic changes. They're small swaps that fit naturally into American meals. Consistency matters more than perfection. Doing this most days is far more powerful than doing it perfectly once in a while. Timing is another simple but powerful adjustment. Many seniors find their cramps hit hardest in the early morning hours, so supporting your body in the evening makes sense. Try eating dinner at least 2 hours before bed and include one calming, nutrient-rich food at that meal. About 30 minutes before sleep, a small snack like plain Greek yogurt or half an avocado can help carry your muscles through the night. Keep a glass of water nearby, but don't feel you need to force large amounts late in the evening. Even steady hydration earlier in the day can make a difference. Next, prepare for those moments when cramps strike anyway. Keep it simple. Place a few mustard packets or a small bottle of pickle juice on your nightstand. This isn't about expecting pain. It's about removing fear. Knowing you have something within arm's reach that can stop a cramp quickly can help you relax and sleep better. When a cramp does happen, act fast. A teaspoon of yellow mustard or a couple of tablespoons of pickle juice at the first twinge can often stop the pain before it fully sets in. Movement also plays a quiet but important role. You don't need intense exercise. Gentle activity during the day, short walks, light stretching, or even standing up and moving every hour, helps keep blood flowing to your legs. Before bed, take 2 or 3 minutes to gently stretch your calves or move your ankles in circles. These small habits send a signal to your body that your muscles are safe, supported, and ready to rest. Most importantly, give your body time to respond. Many Americans notice fewer cramps within the first 1 to 2 weeks of making these changes. By the end of a month, some find the cramps fade into the background or disappear altogether. If you miss a day or two, don't give up. Progress comes from what you do most of the time, not all of the time. You deserve restful nights without fear of waking in pain. By choosing simple foods, paying attention to timing, and being prepared, you're taking control in a way that's practical, affordable, and proven in real life. Start tonight. Your legs and your sleep will thank you.